The one with the rifle shoots. The one without the rifle follows the one with the rifle. When the one with the rifle gets killed, the one without the rifle picks up the rifle and shoots. Thus is the opening scene to Enemy at the Gates, movie about the Battle of Stalingrad towards the end of World War II, one of the last big battles that Russia fought against the Nazis. And therein is the difference. The Russians were running out of rifles and ammunition because they had been fighting for years and years and years. Well, I'll tell you, I was having my morning coffee today. Listening to all the independent news, all the people I listen to, and first one pops up always, Ben Meiselas from the Midas Touch Network, and he reads Truth Social, so you don't have to. And so I don't have to. I did download it, but I just haven't really kept up with it or set up the alerts or anything. But if you recall, yesterday I did a couple stories about the fact that military analysts say that in intense fighting, we will run out of ammunition in 10 days to 3 weeks. The U.S. military, strongest military on earth, making the best damn bombs and missiles anywhere, but Pete Kegbreath can't do logistics. Send our soldiers into battle with a depleted stockpile. Now, maybe it is that Trump is one of my 100 listeners or viewers out there, well, depending on which platform you look at, because nobody was talking about that. Nobody's talked about that since I heard the first story like a week ago. Nobody was talking about it, and I brought it up, and now Trump had to come out and deny it all on Truth Social. So check what Ben here has got, man. I pulled this clip, give Ben full credit for that. Thank you for reading Truth Social, so I don't have to. But look, almost seems like Trump's responding to me, and that'd be great, because if I could just have him hear me call him President Dumbass, I would be so happy. Check out.
Posted though, he goes, the United States munition stockpiles have, at the medium and upper medium grade, never been higher or better. As was stated to me today, we have a virtually unlimited supply of these weapons. Wars can be fought forever and very successfully using just these supplies, which are better than other countries' finest arms. Pause there.
I'll save you from having to hear his voice, but he made the same statement in a press conference today. All of it, including this other part that I didn't play that part on my Salas, but if you want to go back and freeze frame it and read the whole thing, after he said that we had enough ammunition to fight forever, then he said that Biden gave all the weapons away and didn't restock them, and it's Biden's fault. Well, you can't have both. Either we have all the ammunition to fight forever, or we don't, and it's your fault. I don't know how many of you recall, but there was a saying from Trump's first term, and it was, "Thanks, Obama." Because that's all he ever did was blame Obama for everything that he did wrong. When asked where the buck stops, he said the buck stops with everyone. I think, was that Woodrow Wilson? The buck stops here? Well, and I'm not sure which president that was, but it was an actual president that acts presidential. So you can't have both. Either we have all the ammo or we don't, and you're going to blame Biden for it. Well, a reminder for all you non-students of war history. According to the Oslo Accords, the treaty we made with Ukraine to get Ukraine to give up their nukes, it was the largest arsenal of nukes in Europe. Russia just left them behind when everything fell apart, and the Ukrainians got them. To get them to give up their nukes, all of the consignatories, which is the majority of NATO, I believe, we're supposed to go boots on the ground. We were supposed to attack Russia if Russia attacked Ukraine. That was the deal. That was the treaty. Don't necessarily want that. That is the treaty, though. That is the treaty. So at the very least, we supplied them with weapons and money. Wasn't enough, especially because Trump could just come in and undo that. Because Trump didn't make the treaty. You know, any treaty that he didn't make, he's going to stomp on. Like Iran. He did away with Obama's treaty with Iran because Obama was weak and Obama couldn't negotiate. And then Trump tries to get a deal with Iran, and it's the exact same deal. It's the exact same deal that Obama had already made with them, that Trump pulled in his first term. So, always remember, anything Trump says, the opposite is true. Anytime he blames somebody else for doing something shady, that means he either did that or he's about to do that. So, everything is opposite of. So if Trump had to make a statement that we have all the ammo in the world, we don't have all the ammo in the world. If he had to come out and say that, then that means the military analysts are right, and we're going to run out of ammunition in 10 days to 3 weeks. You know, piss on my head, tell me it's rain. All he ever does is lie, and he's got a whole bunch of people that he put in his cabinet to help him lie. So we are reaching the stage of the one with the rifle shoots. Now, recently, Russia has reached that point. There have been reports from the battlefield of every other Russian soldier having a rifle. But that's after 4 years. 4 years of intense battle. The death toll now is 153 students in the girls' school that we bombed in the beginning of the war. You know, Ukraine never does that. Ukraine never hits Russian schools. With Ukraine, it's one shot, one kill. They hit what they aim for. Russia just fires indiscriminately. Well, sounds like that's what we're doing now. So if you want to conserve ammo, be more accurate with your shots. Michael Corral from the WTH News Network. Thank you for subscribing. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you think you're subscribed, check anyways. Follow us on Apple Podcasts and all the places that you get your podcasts too. And you find us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. We're here, we're there, we're everywhere. Hit those buttons. I'll see you later.